Hi everybody, Bob with Knives Town here. We're taking a look today at a knife by Columbia River Knife and Tool. This knife that we're looking at is the Bandera. This knife is designed by Ron Lake, who's been designing knives designing and making knives full-time since 1972. The knife comes with some information regarding the lock system, which we'll discuss. It comes with a booklet of the CRKT lineup and all the different knives that you can get from them. It's an extensive lineup, and they make great stuff. I really like CRKT. It comes with an tension adjustable key for adjusting the tension at the pivot. The knife ships in a plastic sleeve. Now this knife has flown under the radar for too long. It's time to talk about this knife. I really like the design of this knife and the way it's been made, because it doesn't matter if you're a pocket knife guy or a tactical knife guy. This knife really sort of fits both of those needs. It's a combination. I mean, it can do just as well as a pocket knife or a tactical knife. It's kind of a cross. But anyway, the technical specs here: the blade is 3 1/4 inches, and that is made of 8 CR14 MOV steel. The blade is 2.8 millimeters thick, and that is a hollow grind. It's kind of a modified drop point. It's a drop point blade. Dual thumb studs. The handle length is 4.1 inches, and these are G10 scales. The entire knife weighs 2.9 ounces. And the Rockwell on the blade is 58 to 59. It just fits naturally in the hand, and that's due to these 3 finger grooves right here that really make it just drop naturally into your hand. So it feels good. It doesn't shift in the hand, and no matter what fingers you're gripping with, there's always something for them to grab. It's a good design on the handle. One thing I really like about this knife are the brass liners. We don't see that much anymore on single blade knives, and I think that it's used to a good effect here. It really looks good, and it really offsets against that G10 nicely. The clip is removable, but it is not swappable to the other side. It does have a lanyard hole, and that G10 is textured to give you a good bit of traction and purchase on that. Let's get a close-up on the blade there. If you're looking at the pivot right there, you can see it's got an odd fastener there, and that's where this adjustable wrench comes in. This is used to adjust the tension there on the blade. So just turning it like that, as you can see, using the wrench that way. high grind. That's a needle sharp point. And like most CRKT knives, it is razor sharp. There's the name on it there. Lake Bandera for Ron Lake. There's jimping on the back, and you can see here how the traction grooves have been cut all the way across the entire surface, including the scale. So it's through the scale, the liner, and the back spring. It is a traditional lockback, and you can see how far that goes in there and catches by how high the back spring rides up when the blade is being open or closed. So that gives you a good idea there that the rise of the back spring will give you a good idea of how deep the catch is in there, and how much contact you're going to have, and how strong that back lock is going to be. The deeper that's cut and the deeper it catches, of course, the stronger it's going to be. And there you see you get a pretty good rise. Fit and finish is real good. These are T6 screws here. Interestingly, this one goes into a blind, and this one goes into another T6. So that's the way they made it. The lock is very useful. It locks the knife open and closed. With the brass showing like it is now, it's unlocked. Move it forward so that the steel shows and it's locked. Okay, now the back spring, it can't be pressed down. The knife can't be unlocked. It has to be moved back that way, and then the back spring can be depressed and the knife closed. And that works also in the closed position as well. That knife locks. Okay, it's locked in the closed position now. I mean, you can move it a little bit, but you can't open it. It's not going to accidentally come open. No way. Then open it like that. All of the edges are beveled and smoothed everywhere, so there's no snag point on it. The tension on the pivot here is, it's fairly stiff. It's not, the knife isn't a flipper. You know, you have to concentrate to open it. I mean, you have to. You have to make a meaningful motion with your thumb to open that knife. But it's not too tight, though. That's a good looking knife. There you can see that it's not exactly a lowrider. You can see there. That's about how much would show above your pocket. But it's a very good looking knife. It's got some excellent features on it. And the price is very reasonable. So that's a good attractive package there. CRKT Bandera. Well, thanks a lot, and I'll see you again.